I'm going to meditate out on this balcony today. I'm going to burn some sage, brothers and sisters. I'm just minding my own black business. I'm just minding my own black business. Brother gave me this shirt last night in Savannah, Georgia. Shout out to all my Savannah, Georgia Africans who pulled up last night. Shout out to all my Savannah, Georgia Africans who pulled up last night. A lot of gifts in Savannah. Thank you for the gifts. I got some new beard cream. Gonna have the beard nice and, lovely for the queendom pictures tonight. Gotta take the pictures tonight. But the prince is here. Here's what I want to say. My University of Florida students, y'all need to pull up tonight. Now, I'm getting a lot of messages from brothers and sisters asking me about the Russia-Ukraine war. I'm getting a lot of questions from brothers and sisters asking me about the Russia-Ukraine war. And what I'm saying is, if it don't involve Africans, I'm not concerned. If it don't involve Africans, I'm not concerned. If it don't involve Africans, I'm not concerned. Now, I don't want my brothers and sisters in the military being called up to go fight a white man's war. I don't want my brothers and sisters in the military being called up to fight a white man's war. I hope there is no war. I don't want to see no bloodshed. I don't want to see no bloodshed. But as African people, we must stay focused on our own agenda. The white power structure's agenda is not your agenda. The white power structure's war is not your war. The Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey gave us the best example of this. The Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey gave us the best example. Marcus Garvey built the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League during World War I. I'm going to say it again. The Most Honorable Marcus Garvey built the largest non-religious black movement in world history during World War I. Did Marcus Garvey say, I can't build the Garvey movement because white folks are fighting each other? Did Marcus Garvey say, I can't travel throughout the Caribbean and organize Africans because the white man is fighting? Did the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey say, I cannot go to America and meet with Booker T. Washington because the white man is fighting a world war? Did the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey say, I cannot go on a 38-state whirlwind tour to raise money for Tuskegee, Jamaica, because the white man is fighting? Did the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey say, I cannot incorporate the Negro World newspaper because the white man is fighting World War I? Did the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey say, I cannot incorporate the UNIA ACL because the white man is fighting World War I? Did Marcus Garvey say, I cannot create the red, black, and green revolutionary Pan-African nationalist flag because the white man is fighting World War I? Did Marcus Garvey say, I cannot host the first international convention of the African peoples of the world, the largest gathering of global black leadership up until that time? Did he say, we cannot work for African redemption because the white man is at war with each other? Marcus Garvey stayed focused on African redemption, brothers and sisters, and you must stay focused on African redemption. Russia and Ukraine has nothing to do with me until it begins to impact Africa and African people. I said the Russia-Ukraine military crisis has nothing to do with me unless it affects Africa and African people. Study the example of Marcus Garvey. Study the example of the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Study the example of the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. The greatest black movement in modern history was built while the white man was at war with each other. I said the greatest black movement of all time was built while the white man was at war with each other. And that wasn't two countries, it was a world war. Marcus Garvey gave you the red, black, and green during a world war. Marcus Garvey gave you the first international convention of Africans during a world war. Marcus Garvey gave you the largest black movement in modern history during a world war. We don't take our eyes off the prize. And the prize is African independence. The prize is African liberation. The prize is African freedom. Is Russia fighting for your freedom? Is the Ukraine fighting for the freedom of African people? Stop acting like a loyal slave. Get off the Democratic Party plantation. Get off the American governmental plantation. Get off the plantation. You are out of your African minds. You are out of your African mind. If you think I'm a worry about Russia and Ukraine, you are out of your African mind. I'm worrying about all things African, because as a Pan-African fundamentalist, I shall only be concerned with that which affects me and my family. I shall only be concerned about that which affects me and my family. Tonight, I'm focused on my Jacksonville, Florida family. Tonight, I'm focused on my Jacksonville, Florida family. It's going down. Brothers and sisters, it's a Pluto return party. It's a Tiger Year party. It is a Prince of Pan-Africanism is back in Florida after 6 years. Let's make it pop. Where the black restaurants at in Jacksonville? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Jacksonville Africans, where are the soul food joints? I'm in the South. Jacksonville Africans, please text me a black-owned restaurant. Jacksonville, Florida Africans, please text me a black-owned restaurant. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Jacksonville, I need a black-owned restaurant. A Big Papa needs to eat before the keynote lecture tonight. I said Big Papa needs to eat before the keynote lecture tonight. 215-989. I'm hungry. I want some Southern cooking. The doors open in 2 hours and I need some Southern cooking. I said the doors open in 2 hours and I need some Southern cooking here in Jacksonville. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal, International Africans, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Jacksonville, I'm here. Pull-up season tonight. Doors open in 2 hours. Lecture begins in 3 hours. Book signing begins in 5 hours. Let's make it pop. King Kong. Good weather in Jacksonville. It feels like Leo season down here. Good weather in Jacksonville. It feels like Leo season down here. Let me say this. On my drive from Savannah, Georgia to Jacksonville today, on my drive from Savannah, Georgia to Jacksonville, I tried to find Ebo Landing on St. Simon's Island. Ebo Landing in Georgia. I drove using my GPS to the Ebo Landing historical site. And when I got to where the GPS brought me on St. Simon Island at the creek, where our ancestors took their own lives rather than submit to slavery, where our ancestors took their own lives rather than submit to slavery, I got there and I couldn't get to the creek, or I couldn't even read the historical marker, because the historical marker, as I was told by someone down there, is actually located inside the water treatment facility. And since civilians are not allowed inside the water treatment facility of St. Simon's Island, I was unable to honor the ancestors at Ebo Landing. So I drove around to the other side of the island where there was another historical marker, or should have been, and I found nothing there. So what I'm saying to my brothers and sisters in South Georgia, in North Florida, my Gullah Geechee Africans, if any of you do a Ebo Landing tour, can you please let Dr. Umar know? If you know how to get to Ebo Landing, please let Dr. Umar know, because I was down there driving around, walking around, trying to find the Ebo Landing site in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, and I didn't get any luck. So I'm reaching out to my Gullah Geechee Africans because I wouldn't mind driving back up there tomorrow before I fly out of Jacksonville International. I wouldn't mind driving back up tomorrow to Ebo Landing. It's only an hour from Jacksonville. Ebo Landing is only an hour from Jacksonville. So I wouldn't mind driving back up to Ebo Landing tomorrow morning before I fly out of Jacksonville International, brothers and sisters. So with that being said, I just want to say I'm excited. I'm glad to be back in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm excited. I'm glad to be back in Jacksonville, Florida. Looking forward to seeing all my Jacksonville queens, all my North Florida queens, my Southern Georgia queens, all my alpha males, my elders, my college students, my activists. My Jacksonville family is a very serious family. I don't get to come to Jacksonville that often, so tonight I'm going to turn up and turn out. I don't get to come to Jacksonville that much, so tonight I'm going to turn up and turn out.